Hey guys, welcome to Star Wars 1000, and today will be a ranking video. So, there's many new Star Wars shows on the horizon, and I will be briefly talking about 5 of them, because mainly I'm excited for 5 Star Wars shows at this moment, unless new shows get announced at Celebration or something like that. But for right now, we have a list of shows. I'm only excited for 5 of them that are upcoming, and these are shows that haven't been made yet or are currently being made, like a current season of a show, aka Mando season 3. Something like that would be on this list. All right, let's get on to the list. So my least excited Star Wars show is Andor. I'm pretty excited for it. It's just out of 5 shows, I'm least excited for Andor. I mean, I liked Rogue One a lot. If you saw my first video, it's my 3rd favorite Star Wars movie of all time. But Cassian Andor himself is just like, it's pretty cool, but it's not like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So Andor is going to be exploring the shadier parts of the rebellion, which I find to be fascinating, and I think there's going to be a lot of interesting things in this show, and it's going to be exploring a lot of dark aspects of the rebellion, and there's going to be some characters we have seen from Rogue One, like Cassian and K2SO, who was one of my favorite characters in Rogue One. The show will be 3 seasons, and I think it has a lot of potential to be really good, really gritty for a Star Wars show. Now, obviously not rated R levels of gritty, but I think it's going to be pretty dark, and it's going to be pretty exciting, and I think the show will be really good, and I hope to see it soon. Alright, up next is The Acolyte, and I'm really excited for this show. I think it's going to be a new era of Star Wars we haven't really explored yet, and there's going to be a bunch of Sith running around, and I like the showrunner, Leslie Headland, and I know her stuff from Russian Doll, which is a pretty good show. I have quite enjoyed it. It's on Netflix. You should check it out, see some of her work. She's a pretty clever writer, and I trust her with this series. I hope she does a good job. I like the idea of exploring the High Republic in actual live action form. A bunch of Sith running around sounds pretty cool, and it's going to be taking place with an era with new characters, new environments. Don't get me wrong, I like seeing some of our favorite characters like Ahsoka and Kenobi and all these cool guys during the era we all know, but I think we should be exploring new eras, new characters. Star Wars is going to go beyond the Skywalker saga, and it's just going to keep growing, and we're probably going to be going all over the timeline. High Republic, I've liked the books, and I've liked what they've done with it so far, and The Acolyte sounds like it's going to be a pretty cool show for the High Republic era, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait to hear more about this series, and we don't know too much about it. We just know there's going to be a bunch of Sith running around, and a show about the Sith in the new era is always going to be exciting and intriguing for me. Alright, up next is The Mandalorian Season 3. How can The Mandalorian not be in my top 3? The Mandalorian is a good show. I really enjoyed it. It was a good show for the first live-action Star Wars series. Grogu and Mandalorian took the world by storm. It's probably the most popular Star Wars thing that's going on right now, and for good reason. It has the theme of family between Grogu and Mando. It's like father and son, which is an important theme throughout Star Wars. So Mando and Grogu are back together, based off of Book of Boba Fett, which should have not been in Book of Boba Fett, which is a discussion for a different time. But they are back together. It is what it is. It was a little forced, but I'm sure there's a good reason behind it. And whatever the reason is, it has to do something bigger going on in Mando Season 3. I know there's not much we know about what's going to happen in the 3rd season. I'm hoping for more Mandalorian things instead of Grogu things, because don't get me wrong, I like the stuff that we saw Luke and him Mando trying to help Grogu find the Jedi. We're past that now, so Grogu is going to be remembering more about his past, and Mandalorian is probably going to just do more Mandalorian-like things. He has the Darksaber now, which is badass, and I'm really excited for Mando Season 3. I trust the people that work on this show, and I'm hoping for another good season. Alright, my second most anticipated Star Wars show is Obi-Wan Kenobi. How can I not be excited for this show? This show sounds awesome. Like, I think at the time of recording, we're 20 days away. Today is May 7th, so do the math. We're really close to Kenobi. I am really, really, really excited. This show sounds like it's going to be like a movie level type of show, and Kenobi and Vader are going to fight, and I'm so excited about it. I've wanted them to fight between episodes 3 and 4 for so many years. I know some people are either, yeah, I'm excited, yeah, it's cool, or no, it's going to break the timeline. It's not going to break the timeline, and I'm excited for Kenobi and Vader to fight. I'm excited for all these Inquisitors that are going to be in the series. I really like the concept of Inquisitors. I like their outfits. I like that they have a double-bladed spinning lightsaber. Like, that's awesome. And this series sounds like it's going to be incredible. I'm not the biggest Star Wars prequel fan. Actually, I'm not a Star Wars prequel fan at all. But I am curious to see how Hayden is going to be with better dialogue, I'm sure. I mean, based off the trailers, the dialogue already sounds really, really good. Like, I remember hearing about the Inquisitor talking about how being a Jedi is like an itch. And in the recent trailer, Owen talks about how he kind of roasts Kenobi. There's a lot of cool lines in there, and that everything looks like it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, I'm glad that this show is going to go big, because to go big, it has beyond Kenobi and Vader. Like, explore different characters, explore different parts of the galaxy, do whatever you want with this series, make it pretty big. And I'm excited. From all the things I've heard from the leaks and stuff, this show, to me, it's going to be the best Star Wars show of all time, and I'm just excited from all the things that I've heard. I know a lot of people want it to be just about Kenobi and Vader. I don't. I want to hear about more characters. I want to see different parts of the galaxy during this time. Just being about one character is not interesting to me, you know? Like, if you're going to do about one character, make a book. Just make a book about it. These shows should be big, not small. So I'm glad that it's going to explore different characters. I'm glad it's going to explore the Inquisitors. I really like the Inquisitors. I really like them from Rebels and Jedi Fallen Order. I think the concept of the Inquisitors is cool. I never liked the idea of Rule of Two. I never did. I like the idea that that there's these Sith assassins that are weaker than Vader and the Emperor. So I'm glad that we're going to be exploring some Inquisitors in this series. It's going to be some pretty cool lightsaber fights for sure. I know there might be we'll see when it comes out. I have a gut feeling this is going to be the best Star Wars show of all time, and I'm really excited to see it in only a few more weeks. Let's go. So excited for Kenobi. Alright, my most anticipated Star Wars show is the Ahsoka show. Now, I know I was just talking about how Kenobi is going to be the greatest thing ever, and it's going to be the best Star Wars show of all time, but the Ahsoka show actually has the potential to be even better. If the Ahsoka show ends up being the Rebel sequel series, then I think it's going to be the greatest Star Wars show of all time. The Rebel sequel series is supposed to be about finding Ezra and finding Thrawn, and I'm pretty sure that the Rebel sequel series is going to be the Ahsoka show. If it's not if the Rebel sequel series ends up not being the Ahsoka show, then the Ahsoka show is going to go down on my list quite a bit. But if this show ends up being the Rebel sequel series, then that means they're going to be like taking stuff from Thrawn, like from Legends, from the Thrawn trilogy, and we're going to be having Rebels characters and Clone Wars characters and the original trilogy characters. We already know that Hayden Christensen is confirmed to be in this show, and I'm guessing he's going to appear as a Force Ghost. So I'm hoping that we'll see a scene between Ahsoka, Luke, and Force Ghost Anakin. That would be so freaking cool. I'd like probably tear up. That's like such a beautiful moment that they could all share, you know. And I think the Rebel sequel series could be, the Ahsoka series, hoping that it is the Rebel sequel series, could be like the greatest thing ever. I'm just like geeking out right now just thinking about Clone Wars characters meeting Rebels characters, meeting original trilogy characters, and all of them trying to take down Thrawn, possibly even Mandoverse characters too. My mind would like melt, and and it would be insane. Like, this show could be just great, you know. Just all these characters meeting up, all these potential storylines could happen. Also, I'm hoping to see Ezra train Jason Syndulla as well. I think Jason has a lot of potential, actually, like for the future of Star Wars and the future of the era between 6 and 7. Just like imagine Ezra training Jason, and I'm guessing Jason could turn to the dark side. That's a video for a different time. I have so many theories on what could happen with Jason Syndulla. Why did they name him Jason? Like, I think that's a hint about his future and his fate, you know. And we do know that. I'm not going to get into it now, but either way, I think there's so much that this show could do, so much potential it does have, and just this is why Ahsoka is my most anticipated Star Wars series. I'm pretty sure that we're going to get more shows announced at Celebration. I know there's like even more rumored shows, like the John Watts High Republic TV series, which actually kind of sounds interesting. About if it is true, apparently it's supposed to be about a Stranger Things type of Star Wars show, which that sounds pretty cool to me. And I always wanted a show where, I'll probably make another video about this, I always wanted a Star Wars show where it'd be like a Harry Potter type of series, where we start off with kids at a Jedi Academy and watch them grow up throughout the years, and them getting into trouble and maybe finding some sort of Sith holocron. One of them might turn bad or whatever. I always thought like a Harry Potter type of Jedi TV series would be pretty cool. But apparently John Watts is going to be doing like rumored is going to be doing like a Stranger Things type of Star Wars TV series, which could be pretty interesting if it ends up being true. I know there is something called the Tales of the Jedi. I don't know anything about that really, so I couldn't really put it on my list. Maybe I'll update my list after Celebration. I don't know. So yeah, that's my list, and those are the shows I am most excited for. And obviously there's more shows that are going to be coming out, and there's other shows that have been announced that did not make my list because I'm not that excited for it, like the Lando series and the Droid series. I'm just not excited for those at all. Sorry if you guys are. It's not my thing. But the future of Star Wars looks really bright on the TV side of things. So looking forward to all the Star Wars shows. I'm going to be covering it all as well. So to wrap up the video, may the Force be with you always.